After a UW-Madison student is attacked, dozens are rallying at the state capitol right now, calling for anti-Asian hate crimes to stop.
Plus, a former Wisconsin judge investigating the 2020 election is now being fined $2,000 a day. A closer look at what that means for the investigation.
And we're following the latest out of Alabama after a gunman opens fire inside a church, killing 3 people. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Dozens of people are demonstrating outside of the state capitol right now, rallying against anti-Asian hate.
Well, the march comes after a UW-Madison student was attacked last night. Our Tahlil Mohadeen is live at the rally. Tahlil, what can you tell us?
More than 150 people gathered here at the Capitol, many of them students. Outraged by those attacks. The march is actually just going to be getting started right now, but earlier today speakers spoke to the crowd demanding more action be taken to protect Asian students. Right now we are headed towards Library Mall where the protest is expected to continue, but they've been handing out flyers directing people to a petition aimed at getting the attention of Madison police and the university, sharing the message to, quote, stop Asian hate and spread human love. Now, today is actually one of 2 protests organized by these students. Another is expected next week.
Tahlil Mohadeen reporting tonight. Tahlil, thank you. The anger and the passion behind that march, it came from an attack Madison police are now investigating.
It happened near the UW campus, injuring a UW-Madison PhD student late Tuesday night. Catherine Merck shows us how students are responding vocally and online, calling it an anti-Asian hate crime. Catherine?
Pictures on social media have restarted a tense conversation about anti-Asian hate crimes. Madison police said today they have no evidence that the attack was racially motivated, but the people I spoke with said they want their message to be heard. These are those pictures. They show the male student's injuries from the beating. He is of Asian descent. You can see blood running down his face. As the photos on social media circulate, students tell me it's clear to them what happened.
It's definitely something related to Asian hate crime, and we definitely need our university, our city, and the American society knows that.
MPD shared pictures of a group of men who went on to kick and punch a man on Tuesday night. However, again, police don't have any evidence right now that proves that this was racially motivated. This wasn't the only recent act of violence that police are reporting, and that has people at tonight's protest demanding support from law enforcement. You'll hear about those other incidents tonight at 6.
Catherine, thank you. And the weekend is upon us. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton. Beautiful day out on the weather patio. Dana?
Oh, it's really nice out here right now. Just spend the rest of the newscast out on the patio. We have sunny skies and really comfortable temperatures. Like, in fact, looking over Madison, haven't even seen a cloud pop up on our WISC-TV sky cam over the last few hours. Temperatures, again, in a really comfortable spot right now in the low 80s. Dew points in the mid 50s. We're at 82 in Janesville and in Lone Rock, 84 in Boscobel. Wind speeds generally in that 6 to 12 mile per hour range for most of the area. Enough that it just keeps things comfortable if you're sitting in the sunshine. As we look ahead to the next 48 hours, we have a nice little W there with our temperature trend cooling down overnight, which is nice. We've had some really warm overnights over the last few days. Get that cooling trend overnight, and then warming tomorrow back to the mid 70s, cooling again heading into Sunday, and then we're going to fall into a warmer pattern for the start of next week. That line not quite as much of a W for the start of next week, but we'll take a closer look at what's ahead for your Father's Day weekend and the work week to follow in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. One person was killed and another seriously injured after a crash on Interstate 39 near Portage this morning. The single vehicle crash happened just before 6 near mile marker 91. State Patrol officers say the 2 people were inside a pickup truck when it rolled from the southbound lanes into the northbound lanes. Northbound lanes on I-39 were blocked for about 2 hours while crews investigated the scene. It's unclear what caused the crash. After Michael Gableman's combative court appearance last week, a Dane County judge is now holding him in contempt and adding an additional $2,000 per day to the price tag of the nearly $1 million investigation into 2020's election.
Political reporter Will Keneally breaks down what that means next for the investigation. Will?
So this all stems from an open records suit to have Gableman turn over documents in his investigation, which the court has ruled he has failed to do. But from one political scientist's perspective, this week's contempt charge may have broader political implications.
I do think that this latest incident, this latest episode, will harm the public image.
UW La Crosse political science professor Anthony Trzaskowski says while last week's display may erode the public image of the investigation, it could have other benefits.
This investigation has been unusual because the chief investigator the special counsel has been overwhelmingly communicating with a specific ideological audience.
Gableman had a notable outburst in court last week, which Trzaskowski says could actually encourage a far-right base of conservatives.
Robin Voss probably envisioned this investigation as a relatively short endeavor, but now this investigation really has taken on a life of its own as Gableman has cultivated a following among conservative activists.
During his outburst, Gableman criticized the judge in the case for being a liberal activist.
You don't have a right to act as an advocate for one party over the other.
In his contempt ruling this week, Judge Frank Remington said that was fundamentally out of line with the usual decorum of the court. He said, quote, Gableman chose to raise his voice, point his finger, and accuse the judge of bias. This strategy may work elsewhere, but it has no place in a courtroom. Aside from the $2,000 daily fine Gableman will face for not turning over the docs, Remington forwarded Gableman for possible sanction from the Office of Lawyer Regulation.
Many in the conservative activist base are going to like what they see from this hearing because it shows that Gableman is a fighter. It shows that he's willing to stand up.
But who ends up paying for the $2,000 per day fine? The judge's order distinguishes between Gableman himself and the assembly office he works for, and that fine is against the assembly office. We reached out to Speaker Robin Voss's office to confirm who will pay the fine, but we have not heard back.
Well, thank you. With many families still struggling to find baby formula, today Vice President Kamala Harris is meeting with transportation workers who are helping with efforts to get more formula on store shelves. Some experts say that struggle may not ease for some time, even as the Biden administration has secured commitments for more than 130 million bottles of formula in the past month. At least 10 flights carrying formula from other countries are scheduled to land in the U.S. this week. Meanwhile, the FDA is working with Abbott after their Michigan plant shut down again, this time because of severe storms and flooding.
This is an unfortunate setback and a reminder that natural weather events can cause unforeseen disruptions in supply chains.
The head of the FDA told lawmakers his agency is in constant contact with Abbott's CEO and that officials are working with the company to get the facility back up and running as soon as possible.
As the U.S. Senate struggles to agree on gun safety legislation, another act of violence rocks the community. 3 people are dead after a shooting at a church outside Birmingham, Alabama. Chris Wynn has the latest on the investigation and what Congress hopes to accomplish before the July 4th recess.
Outside Birmingham, Alabama, a deadly shooting adds to the gun violence plaguing the country, this time in a house of worship.
Vestavia Hills is a close-knit, resilient, loving community.
Police say the shooting happened during a potluck at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church Thursday, leaving 3 elderly people dead. The 71-year-old suspect occasionally attended the church and is now in custody, according to police.
Another attendee at the event subdued the suspect and held him down until law enforcement arrived.
This follows recent deadly mass shootings at a California church, a Texas elementary school, and a New York supermarket. On Capitol Hill, Senate negotiators are scrambling to hammer out legislative text for a bipartisan gun deal.
We cannot go back home over the course of July 4th and tell people that once again we let politics get in the way of getting something done.
Key sticking issues include funding for state red flag laws and denying firearms to unmarried partners convicted of domestic violence.
We got to settle these issues or else we're talking about jeopardizing our ability to deal with legislation next week.
Meanwhile, in Alabama,
there are public safety concerns that we have to take into account.
An urgent call from some as this community tries to heal.
I think it just goes to show that no community is immune from this kind of gun violence.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
Now, according to a recent FBI report, the number of active shooter incidents has skyrocketed, jumping more than 50% from 2020 to 2021.
At least one person is dead and 4 others are in the hospital after an explosion in Missouri. Officials say the blast happened today inside of a garage at a home in St. Louis, where when officers arrived on scene, they found a body a body outside. They say the victim's injuries were consistent with the fire. 4 more people were hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. Investigators are trying to determine what caused the explosion and how many people were in the home at the time. This morning, the Black Legislative Caucus kicked off Juneteenth with a press conference.
In a time when there are forces that try to diminish, obliterate, and forget the history that's happened to us, it's because Black history is not just our own history, it's American history.
Juneteenth is an annual commemoration of the end of slavery in the United States beginning after the Civil War. There are several events locally this weekend to celebrate the event, including a parade tomorrow morning in Madison. Milwaukee holds the longest running celebration for Juneteenth as the city marks its 51st commemoration.
And the Juneteenth flag was raised above the Capitol for the 3rd year in a row in celebration of Juneteenth. Governor Tony Evers, joined by members of the Wisconsin Legislative Black Caucus and local leaders to commemorate the occasion. Juneteenth falls on Sunday this year, so the official holiday will be marked on Monday. And the city of Monona also hosting a Juneteenth celebration this afternoon. Mayor Mary O'Connor spoke about the city's efforts to make it more welcoming to everyone during a flag raising. Police Chief Brian Cheney read a poem titled "We Rose" by Christina Kay. The star in the center of the Juneteenth flag represents Galveston, Texas, where Union soldiers informed the country's last enslaved people that they were free. The nova around the flag represents a new beginning for African Americans after slavery.
As Americans mark this special holiday, many are calling out companies that are trying to make a profit. Last year, President Biden signed a new law making June 19th a federal holiday. Recently, a North Carolina woman spotted Juneteenth branded ice cream while shopping at Walmart. She shared her disappointment about that on social media, and the post went viral. In an interview with CBS News, she compared the branding to the Holocaust, saying you wouldn't celebrate the liberation of Auschwitz with an ice cream flavor. A spokesperson with the Juneteenth Foundation says the best way to celebrate is to reflect on the holiday's importance and invest in communities of color.
Go out and buy Black. Use this as a singular day to actually go out and support local Black businesses and entrepreneurs in your community. Us supporting each other is a really important, critical component of it.
Walmart has since removed the ice cream and apologized.
Next at 5, Dana has your complete weekend forecast.
Plus, a closer look at how a heat wave is taking its toll on livestock in Kansas. We'll have that story after the break. And later, as many communities continue to celebrate the LGBTQ+ community this month, a police officer in northern Wisconsin is making strides of their own. Their story coming up at 6.
On Wall Street, the Dow falls another 38 points. The NASDAQ sees a 152-point jump. S&P 500 marginally higher, up by 8. We'll be right back.
The biggest mattress savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Save up to $1,000 on luxury brands and bonus discounts only available in store. Plus 60-month special financing and fast 5-day delivery on in-stock mattresses. Don't miss it at Ashley.
Get everything you need to take care of your lawn and garden right now at Menards. The Suncast Hideaway Hose Reel holds up to 100 feet of 5/8-inch hose and can be easily wound. Only $29.99 after 11% rebate. Flagzilla Premium Garden Hoses are built to lie flat and won't kink under pressure. Get 11% off all durable and lightweight Flagzilla garden hoses. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking.
Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
Because a regular massage envy facial routine is an amazing way to look better. Massage envy facials, where better begins.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
Massive savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Get doorbuster discounts up to 71% off, plus 60-month special financing with no money down on all in-stock merchandise. And bonus discounts only available in store. Don't miss it at Ashley.
3 assault attacks happened just off the UW-Madison campus. Catherine Merck examines the details of the cases to see if they were racially motivated. Then Juneteenth is honored at the Capitol and around Wisconsin. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
The News 3 Now Call for Action team, getting results for you. When a local woman was taken advantage of by a car dealership, we took action and helped her get back nearly $10,000.
After going through you, it's just like, you can breathe.
Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The heat wave in Kansas is taking a heavy toll on livestock. At least 2,000 cattle have died in recent days with temperatures soaring into the triple digits. And a warning, some of the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some. Michael George has the story.
Graphic video posted on the internet shows hundreds of dead cattle. A feed yard consultant told CBS affiliate KWCH that the video was taken at a lot in southwest Kansas. He says many feed yards in the area have had cattle die from extreme heat.
Usually, these first weeks of June is when we really start to see these animals get hit with it.
Cattle industry officials say a brutal combination of soaring temperatures, high humidity, and little wind has been deadly.
What happened was the perfect storm is we had a rain event, actually several days of rain, created some high humidity in a typically very arid environment, followed by on Saturday we had some extreme temperatures that cattle were not acclimated to.
Many cattle had still not shed their winter coats when the heat wave struck. The sudden loss of so many cattle is an economic catastrophe for ranchers. Many were market-ready cattle, weighing well over 1,000 pounds. Forecasters say the worst may be over. Nighttime temperatures have been cooler, which allows the animals to recover. Michael George, CBS News.
Those cattle are said to be about $2,000 a head. Federal disaster programs will help some farmers who incurred a loss.
Let's get a check on your weekend forecast now. Boy, is it off to a beautiful start, Dana.
It really is, but if that's not a reminder to keep an eye on your pets with the temperatures and, of course, making sure they stay hydrated when they're outside, and making sure you stay hydrated also. I know this weekend looks really nice for the next few days, but we're just starting to get into the summer trend. In our forecast in the next 10 days, we are going to see the 90s a few times, and we're likely going to see the 90s several times, actually extending through the rest of the summer. Right now, we're at 81, though, transitioning back to the nice forecast, at least for the next few days. We're seeing temperatures pretty close to average with dew points in the middle 50s and a calm Doppler track for us right now. Heat index readings, because those dew points are low, sitting right close to our actual temperatures currently. Now, as we look ahead to this weekend, on Saturday, should be pretty comfortable outside. High temperatures will be in the middle 70s. Sunday, warm and dry and sunny. Well, should be really nice outside for Father's Day. Next week, we'll have a few days in the 90s with heat index readings in the middle to upper 90s, so that'll be our hot spell for the start of the week, but then things pull back just a little bit heading into next weekend. Overnight, mostly clear. We'll pull down to the low 50s to start off the day on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, mostly sunny with high temperatures in the middle 70s. On Sunday, we'll plan on high temperatures in the afternoon climbing up closer to 80 degrees with a little more cloud coverage building in late in the day. Overall, this warming trend still sticking with us. Looking ahead at this point to the end of July or June and into July, very likely we'll see above average temperatures throughout the country. sultry. So as I mentioned, we are moving into summer. At this point, we're used to temperatures climbing through the 80s, but still want to stay hydrated if we're spending too much time outside on those warmer days. 75 the high for tomorrow, mostly sunny and pleasant. Looking ahead to Father's Day, we start the day off in the 60s, or close to 60, in the low 70s around noon, and then high temperatures will be in the lower 80s. Overall, the 10-day doesn't include any alert days, which is always the good news. Dry for this weekend. Monday and Tuesday, we have a small chance for light showers passing through Monday night and a slight chance on Tuesday. Behind that slight rain chance, we pull back a little bit to the middle 80s for afternoon highs, heading through the back half of the work week and into the following weekend, with a slight chance for showers and storms for next weekend. Mid to upper 80s, still a little bit above average, but pretty seasonable, I would argue, for the end of June. Some good news with our traffic conditions right now. No accidents popping up. The eastbound side of the Beltline does slow down from Fish Hatchery Road through Monona. Westbound, not too bad near John Nolan, actually in downtown Madison. Some slow and go spots, but overall, nothing out of the norm for a Friday evening. North and southbound on the interstate, heading into Dane County. Just nice and green from us from the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes here from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, 18 minutes for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Some new chair colors are hitting the Memorial Union Terrace tonight in celebration of Pride Month. Visitors can temporarily choose to sit on red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple. It's the first time a chair of each color is available on the terrace since 2019. Tonight, the Union is also hosting a Pride concert featuring Bear in the Forest, Line, and MQBS. The Union also recently debuted a limited edition Pride-themed t-shirt, which is available for purchase. But tonight is the only night to see the rainbow-colored chairs, and it's a great night to be on the terrace. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Vitense Golfland offers 2 golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play great golf courses with unmatched viewing clarity. Play different sports such as football and soccer. Have fun with Zombie Ball. Vitense Golfland provides simulator fun for everyone.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve whole beef brisket, only $2.99 a pound. Pork loin back ribs, only $3.99 a pound. Kellogg's giant size cereal, only $2.99 with coupon. Hy-Vee purified drinking water, get a 24-pack for only $1.98 with coupon. And the savings are hotter than hot on a 24-pack of Pepsi products, only $6.99 with coupon. Scan the QR code and check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Vitense Golfland offers a free Top Tracer golf range experience. Obtain valuable shot information with warm-up, track your shot history with My Practice, play virtual golf, long drive, points game, go fish. Only at Vitense Golfland.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Too much screen time in the summer is a growing problem, and it can impact your child's physical health and also disconnect them from others. The experts say the first step is to figure out how much time parents and children are spending on screens. The average kid, ages 8 to 18, spends more than 7 hours a day on screens. Then set realistic goals to reduce that screen time. Try to do it a little bit each day.
Setting those limits is not to punish our children or to have a negative consequence, but it really is to protect them.
Palmer says talk to your kids and explain why you're setting screen limits and be consistent. The key, she says, is for adults to follow the same rules that they're setting for children.
And we're back with a final check of your weekend forecast in just a moment.
Huge appliance savings are happening now at Appliance Mart's $20 million truckload sale. Don't miss store-wide savings, including doorbusters, plus special buys up to 40% off at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
How do you use your energy? Giving back to your community? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Visiting DePaco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. DePaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without DePaco Credit Union.
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Maybe go on a ride together. See stuff together. Or do something different altogether. Spend the day together. Spend the whole week together. Call it a get-together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Hey, this vacation is really coming together. You know what they say, a family that plays together. Well, you could put 2 and 2 together. Wisconsin Dells, come together. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
There's a reason President Trump endorsed Tim Michels for governor.
I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs.
President Trump called Tim Michels an America First conservative who will support the Second Amendment, honor law enforcement, and stand strong against the woke mob.
If you want to see Madison turned upside down, then I'm asking for your vote.
Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump for governor.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Massive savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Get doorbuster discounts up to 71% off, plus 60-month special financing with no money down on all in-stock merchandise. And bonus discounts only available in store. Don't miss it at Ashley.
On this Friday night, summer travel nightmare. After 16,000 flights have been canceled or delayed nationwide, you need if you plan on flying anywhere this summer. Plus, we take a look at the growing crisis of medical debt in America, impacting nearly half of adults in the U.S., and the devastating costs it has on families. And it's Friday, so we go on the road with a determined high school senior who stopped at nothing to beat the odds by graduation day. That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Disney fans, listen up. The ultimate Disney dream vacation has just been announced. You can now visit all 12 Disney theme parks on a 24-day adventure. It's called Disney Parks Around the World.
Susan Matthews not too old for this.
No.
According to the website, it's a private jet. It'll carry 75 people from California to Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, India, Cairo, Paris, and then finally Orlando. But as you, of course, may be shocked to find out if you've been to Disney, the vacation will cost you big. It starts at $110,000 per person. Booking for the trip next July starts later this month. We hope you like Space Mountain, folks.
Right?
That is pricey. Quick final check with Dana.
It's going to be comfortable this weekend, dry for Saturday and Father's Day Sunday, and then a little warmer outside to start next week.
All right, CBS Evening News is next, and we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.